Sit it, da 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 da. Sit it, da 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 da. Zoom, da 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 doom da doom da doom doom da 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 doom da doom da doom doom da 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 doom da doom doom doom. It's Titan in the morning. Zibba dibba da da doom da doom da da doom da doom da. Sibba dibba da da doom da doom da da doom da doom doom doom. Doom, sibba dibba da doom da doom da da doom da doom doom da doom da doom doom, sibba dibba da boom 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 boom. Titan in the morning. Sibba dibba da doom da doom da do 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 da do 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 do. It's Titan in the morning. Zip it doop. It's Titan in the morning. Zip doop. It's Titan in the morning. It's Titan in the morning. Zip doop. Titan in the morning. Hi, my name is Titan Capri. I am a Black gay man living with HIV and celebrating 20 years of thriving in my diagnosis. Titan in the Morning is an inclusive space for your morning wake up. Every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. We come in and we say good morning because we love all the O's and R's and INGs. Then we grab our cups, put the topic in the cups, and then we sip. You will get a space and a place where you can be who you are just the way God made you, along with some breathwork breathing. And not to mention some movement with the Titans groove. Sit it, ta 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 ta. So come on in to this inclusive, brave, and safe space where we like to say good morning to our village, tribe, gang, and chosen family. The place to be is right here with me. I will see you there. Good morning. Hey, good morning to you all. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning over here, good morning over there, good morning everywhere. How y'all doing this morning? All right, y'all, look, let me tell y'all something. I am here this morning, right? I am here. Let me just be that person and say that I'm here this morning. Hey, good morning to you all. Good morning. Let's see what we got going on this morning. Yeah, I know I got these glasses on this morning, and let me tell y'all something about these glasses, baby. When I tell you they telling me that I can see, I can see. Hey, good morning to you. Hey, good morning, Val. Good morning. I'm doing everything over here this morning. Look, y'all. Good morning, Willie. Good morning. Y'all know I like all those O's and R's and INGs. Hey, good morning, Val. Good morning. Hey, good morning to you all. Good morning. Good morning. Look. Y'all saw this microphone pop out. Look, hold on. We're going to push this microphone back just a little bit, because you know how that goes. Hey, good morning to you, King HNIC. Good morning. Hey, good morning to you. Hey, good morning to you all. Yes, indeed. Y'all know what today is. Y'all know it's a Thursday. Hey, Jatan. Good morning. I ain't seen you in a minute. Good morning to you all. All right, y'all. Good morning. Good morning. So, let's do it the right way, y'all. I'm having some issues with my coffee cup this morning. Hold on, because I don't understand why. Okay, hold on. Maybe it's okay. Hold on. Maybe it's all right. All right, y'all. So good morning to you this morning. Now, this is the Thursday, and y'all know what we doing today, right? Am I too loud for y'all? Because, I feel like I'm loud. I feel like I'm yelling. Indeed. Good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. All right, let's do it this way. What's in your cup and where you from? What's in your cup and where you from this morning? I got my cup this morning, and I got a nice old cup of hot Joe this morning. What's in your cup and where you from this morning? Yes, that's how we sip here at Titan in the morning. That's how we sip. Okay. And I know some of y'all are probably saying, Titan, now that is a slurp. Now, look, I need y'all to come on over here where we sip like this in the mornings. Hold on. So, y'all, I decided to use a different cup this morning. But hold on. Let me see. I'm having some technical difficulties. The bottom seemed like it want to fall out, and I don't understand what's happening. Y'all come on with me up over here. Okay, let's see where we at. What's going on? Okay, good. Texas pecan. Okay, Houston. Okay, come on. That's what I'm talking about. Now, Queen, is it pecan or is it pecan? Because some people call it pecan and some people call it pecan. I think it's all about where you're from and what you're doing, you know. Okay, D Money said, I'm from New York City, Brooklyn, New York, and I have a hot cup of coffee with hot chocolate in it. Come on, D Money. That's right up my alley. Come on, you got some hot chocolate up in this mug. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, Julia, good morning. Hey, good morning to you. Good morning. You know, I love all those O's and R's and INGs. She said, I have my mushroom coffee this morning. Come on, mushroom coffee. Come on. You got to do what you got to do. Hey, Lynn, good morning. Good morning. Vale said, community coffee, special blend, Midtown Houston. Come on. Community coffee, special blend. That sounds real good, though, Vale. You know, it sounds good. Look. I'm gonna play with it for a second. It sounds good in a good way and good in a bad way. Because he said community coffee. Okay. That means the community can come and get some. Okay. Okay. And then a special blend. I'm a special blend. I love it, Vale. I love it. That's what I'm talking about. I'm a special blend. I ain't just no ordinary blend. I'm a special blend. Okay. Good morning to you all. All right, y'all. So this morning we're talking about I belong here. Hold on a second, y'all. Let me see if I have something in here. I think I need to switch this out. Yeah, my cup is not acting right. Yeah, see, it's acting like it's the bottom is out. Hold on. No, I did it earlier. Hold on. See, and then there go the bottom. God, dog. Wait a minute, y'all. Hold on. Oh. Huh. So I guess the old saying don't go righty tighty, lefty loosey, because I'm going right. And it wasn't tightening up. Hold on. And there you go. Right there. All right, y'all. I'm back. I'm sorry about that. Ooh. Look, I'm trying to make sure my coffee right this morning. All right, y'all. So what we talking about this morning? I'm gonna take these glasses off because y'all, it's hard to see y'all with these glasses on. Hold on a second. Let me see if I got another pair. Hold on a second, because I need to make sure I'm seeing y'all the way that I'm supposed to see y'all. Hold on. All right, let's see. We're gonna switch them out. Hey, Ebony. Good morning. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go, baby. I got the good glasses on now. Look, I got the good glasses on now. They said it was tight in the morning. Let me make sure I'm okay. Let me make sure I'm all right. Hey, Jatan, I see you over there. I see y'all over there. Thank y'all so much. Okay, let me go ahead on and get it. TikTok, y'all tippity tap the middle of that screen over there. Let me know that y'all are in. Show me some love. I got a goal of 300 roses over there. You know, whatever you can do. Instagram, come on in. Show me some love. Hearts, thumbs up, hearts, like, follow, share. YouTube, Facebook, Insta, Podbean, yeah, all the peoples. Y'all come on over and come talk to me this morning. Now, y'all, I think so. I'm having a little bit of technical difficulties this morning. I hope I'm not. I do hope that I am not. Let's see. Let me make sure. Let me make sure I'm not. So somebody said I'm freezing. Hold on. I'm just making sure. Look, man, let me tell y'all something. When you do what you do, you got to do what you do. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. We're going to get into it here. We're going to get into it. All right, y'all. I'm so sorry. Look, okay, I got y'all. Looks like my the video was clocking. That's what it looks like. All right. We're going to get on back over here. All right, y'all. Good morning. Okay, there we go. I'm back in the house. All right. Hey, Chatty Osborne. Good morning. Hey, good morning to you. Y'all, you know, when stuff go wrong, it just go wrong, don't it? But then I think that it goes right. Hey, Pause Impact. Good morning. All right, y'all. So let's do it this morning. Let's go on and get started. So my topic this morning, or what we're going to discuss this morning, right, is I belong here. I belong here, right? And I know a lot of times we want to say, people say, well, what you mean you belong here? You are here, but y'all, there's a lot that goes on in this world and in this life that we're in. And so I was having a conversation with someone. Y'all know I have these conversations, right? And the person said, Titan, and Titan said, And they said, well, Titan, how do you know you belong here? And I said, that's a good question. How do I know I belong here? And I'm going to answer it real simple. But this is the question this morning. How do you know you belong here? Oh, that's what we're going to talk about this morning. Yeah. How do you know you belong here? That's what I want to know. How do you know you belong here? Now, let me tell y'all a little something. It's simple. You know how I know that I belong here? You know the reason I know that I belong here? Because I'm here. There's a leak in this old building. Because I'm here. Because I am here. This morning, I want you to say it to yourself, right? Excuse me. This morning, would you say that to yourself? I'm asking for consent. How do you know that you belong here? How do you know that you belong here? And I'm not talking about belong in a certain specific place right now, right? I'm talking about just on this earth, period. How do you know you belong here? Because I'm here. Now let's think about it. Let's think about it, because I'm right here. I'm right here in this moment. God don't make a mistake. Although we may think that society has told us, that people have told us that we should not be here, that we are not supposed to be here, we don't have rights, we don't have all of these things. I'm gonna get into that, because if you saw my picture this morning for the show, I showed you that I'm a small child. I showed you that I was in the hospital when I was diagnosed with AIDS, and then I showed you me now, right? 3 different stages, and I have more than that, but those were the 3 pictures that I chose for the flyer, right? For the show. And the reason I said that I belong here is because over my life, over the time that I've been here, people have told me, people have said to me, people have insinuated that I don't belong here. That I don't belong here. Vale said, Providence, okay? That I don't belong here. And I want to tell you that I do belong here. You belong here. Look, I'm going to tell you this, and I say this all the time. God didn't make a mistake. Yes, we have been through some ish. Yes, we're going to go through some ish. Yes, there's going to be ish popping all like I'm popping this fan this morning. There's going to be ish, but I want to tell you that you belong here. It is something for somebody to tell you that you don't belong here on this earth, that you don't belong here. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm going to be real with you. Y'all know I always give you 2 sides of the coin. The reality of it is that I know that I belong here. I know God didn't make a mistake. I'm worthy of all the things that are coming to me that are for me because I belong here, right? Now, if we want to get biblical, if we want to, e-condola, I should have bought a Honda and a Testarossa. If we want to get all like that, you were made in that image, his image, her image, they image. You were made in the image of God. Now, I don't know what your God is. I don't know how you worship your God or what do you do. All that. You were made in the image. So there can be no mistakes because you were made in that image. Y'all feel me? All the things that we got going on in this world today telling us that we don't belong here. So I'm going to tell you how I identify. I'm going to tell you 4 or 5 times why people have told me over my lifespan, which I still got years to go because my God and my meditation and my spirit said, you got work to do and you're doing the work. You got time here. I got time today. That's what it is. Y'all, this individual asked me, how do I know I belong here? And it's simple. Because I said to them now, I couldn't have said it back then. I had to go through some ish, right? I had to crawl around in some mud. I had to fall down, scrape my knees. I had to understand. I had to have some heartbreak. I had to, get my car repossessed. I had to be about to be put out. I had to be sleeping on somebody's couch. I had to be walking to work and riding the bus and doing all the things. You feel me? Now y'all know I don't stress about religion and things like that, because I believe that all of us were put on this earth to be who we are, just the way God made us, right? And that means that we are different. That means that we have different routes and different journeys. That means that we have different things that are going to happen in our lives. But it doesn't mean that you don't belong here. I belong here. I belong here. I want to say it one more time. I belong here. You belong here. Now, my spirit is telling me that there's somebody right around here that's asking that very question this morning, that's been asking that question for some time. And I want to say, hold on, let me fan myself a little bit because I'm getting a little warm. I'm getting a little excited this morning, right? Because I want to say to you, because my spirit is telling me, hold on, let me sip. Hold on. Because my spirit is telling me that you belong here. My spirit is telling me you have been questioning the very foundation that you're standing on. You have been questioning whether or not you were a mistake. You have been questioning whether or not the Almighty did what they were supposed to do in making you. That's what you're questioning. And y'all, I'm going to tell y'all, because I'm going to be transparent. Y'all know who I am on the show. I'm transparent. I question that myself. Why am I here? Why am I going through this right now? Why is my life always in turmoil? Why am I always the one left holding the bag? Why do I always end up feeling so bad? And y'all, I'm going to tell y'all, we can't control where we're born. We can't control who we're born to. We can't control the neighborhood, the community that we are born into. We can't control that. Just like I can't control whether or not I have 10 fingers or 10 toes. I can't control whether or not my eyesight is good. Okay, because y'all know I wear glasses. Some things are beyond us. And I want to talk to you all just for a moment of the reason why I'm saying that I belong here. Because I've been told, because I'm a Black gay man living with HIV, that I don't belong here. I'm going to go back. Black. Me just showing up in my skin, I wasn't supposed to be here. I need to go back to where I came from. Me being gay, that's against everything. And on the picture that I showed, I'm going to pull it up here in just a minute. But on the picture, I show you me as a child, right? I show you me in the hospital, right? And then I show you me now. And the reason I did that is because I had to show somebody, like, it's a journey. It's a journey. Now, not all the pictures I was going through something or anything like that. I had my innocence. I was innocent, with a younger, but then as you grow, as you come into society, as you come into these communities, right? And you grow and you start to become older. Sometimes you got to grow up quickly because the world will make you grow up quickly. They will take your innocence, the world, and I'm just saying it like that. They will take your innocence, then they will leave you to be in an adult situation, but with a child's mind. Y'all with me this morning? You belong here. And I know y'all, so somebody told me, they said, Titan, you always coming on and I like watching you, but you be preaching half the time and this and that and so forth and so on. And y'all, I used to get discouraged because people were telling me that I was talking too much, that I was preaching too much, that I was always, going over here and beating the same drum over and over and over again. But let me tell y'all something. In this big, vast world that we live in, there are people out there suffering. I was suffering. I'm healing now, but that doesn't mean that I'm not human and I don't deserve to be in a space and a place where I am seen and I'm heard and I'm understood. Now, there are some places that I don't belong, and I have to learn that the hard way. I don't belong over there. I don't belong with those people. That's not my ministry. Now, where I do belong and why I belong here is right here. Y'all see me this morning right here every Tuesday and Thursday, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. And when you see me out in the community, when you see me out doing the things that I'm doing, I belong here. And y'all, I want to tell you this. I want to tell you this right here. And I want to say it to you. And I want to say it to you clear. I'm not saying you belong in the spot. I'm saying you belong in this experience, in this energy. You belong in this spirit. You feel what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. No. Come to me. Come to me. Because this is what I'm saying this morning. I was talking to this individual and I said to them, I said, you got to stop taking yourself out of the equation. You belong in the equation. Things are going to be rough. Things are going to be hard. Things are going to happen, but you belong here. And y'all, when you grow up in a space and a place, when you grow up in an era where somebody is telling you that you do not belong here, do you know how much you got to muster up to tell somebody that they don't belong? You got to muster up to tell somebody that they are God's child, but they don't belong here. You got to muster up all of that energy and gunk and all of that stuff to tell somebody they do not belong. But my question to you is, do you belong? Because I move through this world differently, because I do things differently, I don't belong? Y'all, everybody can't be the same. We're not all going to be the same. So this morning, when I'm talking to you and going forward, whoever this is right here, I'm still talking to you because I'm talking to me because I had the same conversation. We have to be able to be who we are. However you show up. I'm not going to be as cute or as fine or as pretty or as white or black or yellow or brown or whatever it may be, green. I'm not going to be tall and shorter. I'm not going to be, we're all different. But if somebody else can walk this earth and say that they belong here, I can do the same, can't I? Shouldn't I? Oh, it's good this morning. Okay. Yeah, they're telling me that we're having some trouble streaming. We're having some trouble streaming. Y'all let me know if y'all can. They said Facebook might be affected over there. So y'all let me know if y'all can see me. Okay. Chatty said, right after having the nerve to tell them they don't belong, they think that they belong. Shaking my head. Come through. You had the nerve and the audacity, the unmitigated gall to tell me that I don't belong, but you belong. Y'all, that's the way the world is. The world will keep on telling you that you don't belong. Vale said, living your authentic self versus fitting in for fear, success, and environment. Let me tell y'all something. There's this parable. Well, no, not a parable, but there's this thing that said that fish, right, will not grow bigger than their environment. Y'all wonder how a whale, y'all wonder how a great white shark, y'all wonder how a colossal octopus and all these things are able, because they have vast room to grow. You ever stepped outside, or you've ever been to somewhere where people are different? I mean, they are different. And I love it. Hey, Lucy Lou, good morning. You know, I love all those O's and R's and INGs. It's magnificent to see a world where there are differences. Do you know how boring it would be if everybody looked the same? If everybody was the same? And here's the thing, if we were made in his image, and all across the globe, we are different shades, creeds, colors, ethnicities, all of these things. Y'all gonna question that? So just because I don't look like you, then I'm wrong. I belong here. You belong here. Some churches of all places are quick to say you don't belong. As Kate sees it, yes, indeed. And this is what I want to tell you, right? This is what I want to say to you all. I grew up in the church. And in the church, and I'm speaking on myself this morning, but I'm hoping it helps somebody. I helped you, right? I was told that God was not pleased. Here I was thinking, I'm doing everything. I'm in the choir. I'm on the young deacons board. I'm going to vacation Bible school. I'm going to doing Sunday service. I'm taking up communion, and I'm doing all of the things that I figure I'm supposed to do because my family is telling me that this is how I get my salvation. But I couldn't be me. They told me that I would never see God. That's what they said to me. And y'all, I'm not here for a tit for tat. I'm not here to call you out on what you're doing and things like that. They told me I was a sin, and I didn't even know what the sin was. I'm talking about back then. I was doing everything all the other kids were doing, I thought. And maybe I had a little more of a twitch in my switch when I walked down the street, or I had a little bit more of my hand flopped a little bit more than what that was. I'm just saying what they said to me, that I was this and that, and I was a mama's boy and all of this stuff. And 9 times out of 10, I could outrun them, I could outjump them, I could outplay them. I could do everything that they was doing better. But y'all, this is not a tit for tat. I'm not sitting up here trying to tell you that I'm better than you because physically I can do things that you can't. But I knew that I was special. I knew it. And then somebody says, well, you know, Titan, well, then you could have just said what it was and then been that. If I was able to tell you that I was a black gay man, if I was able to tell you that I was gay, if I was able to tell you that I was diagnosed with AIDS and only had 4 T cells, if I was able to tell you that, I would have told you. But society, community, the world told me that I was not welcome here. Vale said rural stigma and urban stigma, context matters. Indeed. Indeed. And so, but this is what I want to say though. It can't be something that's a fluke. It can't be something that is not supposed to happen if it's here. You understand what I'm saying? People are still making like this blows my mind. You can put somebody on the moon. You can tell us that the earth is round. You can have ghosts and goblins and vampires and all of these things. But I can't be born the way that I am. Hmm. I belong here. I belong here. Vale said, when I could pay my own bills, job, and education, then I could live more authentically. It took me years to live stigma-free, but safety is still a concern. And that's the part. That's the part. Y'all, people say all the time, well, Titan, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? Because I wasn't safe. I just told you what they did. Now, I'm not telling you the whole scheme, the whole gamut, right? Because y'all, I'm trying to make sure that I am PC enough so they don't shut me down, you know, because they real good with blocking me and doing what they doing. So I'm trying to be PC with that. But y'all, I'm not telling you the full story, all the, you know, craziness and you know, gore. But let me tell you something. People in this world, when they feel they are right, when they feel that you have shined too bright, they need to bring you down a peg or two, they know how to tell you you don't belong. They know how to insinuate. They know how to have microaggressions, macro as well. They know how to get under your skin to make you believe that God didn't make a mistake with them, but God made a mistake with you. So I'm going to go back to the person that I was talking to. Chatty said, but look at you now, Titan, spreading great knowledge and life stories and uplifting people, the nerve of some people. And this is where I'm at, Chatty, and thank you for that. I appreciate that. Love you for that. This is where I'm at. I'm here now. I'm here now. Y'all with me? I am here now. I wasn't back then. Y'all, and we can all say things. We can all say, oh, well, that was this and this was that, and you can't blame them. But look at you now. But y'all, this journey was not an easy one. I'm still on my journey. I'm still doing what I'm doing. I'm advocating. But y'all, when I made the decision to move forward in my true authentic self, my safety was a concern. Still till this day, there are places and spaces that I go to that don't welcome me. If I am somewhere at an event, at a conference or anything like that, and I go walking down the street around the corner and I don't know where I'm at, I don't know if I'm safe. Now, you could say that's everybody, right? But y'all, when them taking away our rights, telling me that I can't live authentically, telling me that I don't deserve gender affirming care, telling me that I can't be this or I can't be that. And I'm going to say this to you all. If it affects my community, it affects me. Why? Because I am community. Y'all saw how I did that? I am community. When I say that I'm standing up for my community, when I say that I'm here for my community, I'm not just shooting the crap. I'm not just telling you that that's what that is. I am seriously standing in the gap and saying, not on my watch. But I think it's wrong, and I'm coming to it. I'm coming to it. Okay, Lynn said, you preaching. I love it. Okay. People forget that sin is a sin. Indeed, indeed. And so, y'all, let me stop real quick on that. Nothing against what you said, Lynn. But a lot of times what people will do with my Black, gay, HIV positive life, they will put me in the category of sin. No sin is greater than the other when they're talking about me. You don't even know me from a can of paint. You don't know what I done. Just like that deacon and those pastors, those deacons and that pastor, they told me that I was sinning, and I didn't even know at that age what the sin was. I thought I was being like every other kid out there, running around, living life, being funky, telling my grandmother, my mother telling me, don't come in here, go in there and wash up and get ready for lunch, like making A's on my report card. That's what I was doing. And a lot of times we have to understand the context, like Vale said, the context. Because this lady told me that I was a sin. Didn't know me from a can of paint. But because how I walked into the room, I was a sin. Lynn said, I don't know you, but you're inspiring. Thank you so much, Lynn. Hey, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Love said, I love the growth. Indeed, love. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Exactly. Nobody is perfect. They did the same thing. Hold on. Let's see what we have. They did the same thing to me, but lived like me behind closed doors. And that's it. Y'all, I got a little something for y'all this morning that I'm going to say. Abina said, always be you. My God don't make mistakes, and he made you. Be you always. Indeed. And thank you so much for that. Thank you for coming in. Good morning. Thank you for being here. That's what I'm saying this morning. I belong here. You belong here. There are no mistakes. Now, are we going to go through some crap? Hey, Ronnie, good morning. Said Grand Rising, friend. Grand Rising. Are we going to go through some crap? Yes, indeed. We are humans, and that's going to happen. Right? In the words of Medea, voluntary or involuntary. Okay? Things are going to happen. But here's what I want to say to you all this morning. You belong here. Sometimes you got to find your footing. Sometimes you got to find what you're good at. Sometimes you got to go through the journey. You feel me? And sometimes you got to make sure that you are good. Bump that. Not sometimes, all the time. Y'all, it took me a long time to stand in who God made me to be. Imagine that you are hating yourself because people have told you that you don't belong. If you want to keep it biblical, God knew who you were before you got here. God knew who you were before your parents, before you was a twinkle in somebody's eye. Your journey was already mapped out. Will they be twists and turns and bumps and bruises and ups and downs? Yes. Will there be detours? Will there be forks in the road? Yes, because you have a life. And we all know that our life is choice, not how you were born. I come to a fork in the road. Do I go right or left? That's my choice. But I don't believe that I was born making a choice on whether or not I was hetero or homo. Those are the words. There's a lot of things in this world that people say shouldn't be. Heck, if any of you grew up in the hood, people say that roaches and rats shouldn't be. I think we have to understand where we are. Now, y'all, I want to say this to you, and I got something for y'all this morning that I'm going to do. And I want to say this to you all. Hold on a second. Let me make sure I got this set up right. Hold on. I want to say this to you all this morning, right? Whoever this is back there, I want to say to you that we are here because we are here. How do I know I belong here? Because I'm here. Because I'm here. Because I'm here. Y'all with me this morning? It's simple as that. And y'all, we got to go through a lot of crap in order to get to that simple thing. But I want to say it to you one more time. I love you right where you're at in this moment. You ain't got to ask for it. You ain't got to return it with a receipt. I love you right where you're at in this moment. Do you hear what I said? I love you right where you're at in this moment because you belong here. Even though you down in the ditch and covered in mud, you belong here. I'm not asking nothing of you. I'm not asking for you to be the great this, the great that, to do this, to do that. I'm just asking for you to exist in this experience, in this moment, in this spirit, in this that God gave you. I'm just asking for you to exist. We have to understand that we will have other moments, but we will not have this moment again. I want you to love yourself in this moment, because you will not have this moment again. Y'all, let me say this, and I want to say it loud and clear, and I got to say it one more time, right? Love yourself right now in this moment, because you belong here. Here's the thing. Imagine being this beautiful, wonderful thing that's coming into this earth, coming into fruition, coming to, you were a seed that was planted. You were put here on purpose, and hating yourself every step of the way. Imagine that. But imagine if you watered that seed. Imagine if you took care of that flower. Imagine if you gave it the right amount of sun and love and singing and vibrations and energy. Imagine if you did that. I belong here. I belong here. What I was doing, and I'm doing odd statements, but y'all know I'm talking to y'all as well. What I was doing is I was hating my very existence, because people told me that I would never see God. People told me that I was wrong, that I was an abomination, that I was evil, that I was all of those things. So imagine me hating the wonderful, beautiful seed that I was to become. Somebody said it in the comments, but look at you now. Imagine if I would have stopped back then. Imagine if I didn't want to keep moving. Imagine if I said, you know what? Y'all are right. I don't belong here. Let me not be here. And y'all know my story. On the picture that's on my live this morning, showing you that I was going live, in the middle, there's a picture of me in the hospital. I only had 4 T cells. In that situation, and I've said this before, this is nothing new, and I'm going to say it one more time because I think somebody needs to hear this, right? In that situation, I asked my God to let me go. To let me go. Because people told me that I shouldn't be here. The ish that I'm going through, I'm thinking that I caused this. I'm thinking that I did this. Somebody put this on me. Something happened to me in order for me to be here. And I thought so less of myself that I wanted everybody to believe that I put this on myself. I went out there looking for AIDS and HIV. I went out there looking for it. That wasn't what it was. But it didn't take no time for them to tell me that I don't belong here. And so I took it in. Through all my prayer and meditation, I said, God, let me go to sleep and not wake up. Because I didn't let everybody down. I didn't done the things that they said that was against you. I've done all of those things, and I don't deserve to be here with you. I don't deserve any of this. I've let my family down, my friends down. Somebody took my innocence. Somebody took my trust and my love and used it against me. Y'all with me this morning? And so I want to say it to you. When I tell you that you belong here, you belong here. You're going to go through some ish. You're going to go through something. So y'all, here I am 20 years later. 20 years later. And yes, you're right. Look at me now. But y'all, what I had to understand, and I didn't get, is that this light was shining. When I tell you this light was like a floodlight, it was booming. It was bright. It was covering spaces and places I didn't even know it was covering. Y'all stay with me for a second. Stay with me for a second, because this is for you, and this is for the person that asked me the question. I didn't know that my light, I didn't know, ooh, and I'm hot. I didn't know that my light was shining as bright as it was. I didn't know that I was over here changing the very landscape of this world that I'm in. I didn't know that over here in my space and my time continuum where God put me, I didn't know that I was already shaking it up and rearranging furniture. I didn't know I was doing that. They knew, so they had to shut me down. You feel me? And y'all, I'm not sitting here to brag nor boast, but I'm going to tell you something. If you must brag or boast about you still being here, then you brag and you boast. Do you think those people knew what they had done with that trauma that they put in my lap? Do you know if those people knew exactly what was going to happen? Y'all see it in all the movies. Y'all see it in all the situations. Something small happens and it causes a great divide down the road. Y'all ever heard of the butterfly effect? A butterfly can flap its wings on the other side of the world and it can be a tsunami on the other side of the world, right? This is what I'm saying. Those people thought that they were slick. They was telling me I didn't belong. So they planted that seed. And they didn't know that down the road, that seed was going to take me on a whole different journey. Now, I'm thankful now. But when I was going through the ish, I wasn't thankful because it didn't feel good. My mind, my body, my spirit was aching. And I didn't understand. Why am I out here on this island all by myself? What did I do? And you know what I did? You know what I did? I decided to be who God made me to be. I decided that I'm tired. I'm tired. I decided that I belong here. I decided that I belong here. My spirit started telling me, Titan, get to the other side. My spirit started saying, I need you over there. No, you don't belong here. My spirit said to me in that hospital bed, right? Or I would say, my God came to me and said, stop. Stop. Don't you ask that question ever again or make that statement. I didn't put you on this earth for you to be done here. That was 20 years ago. I didn't put you on this earth for that. You got work to do. So let me express it to you. Down the road, around the corner, up that hill and down in those valleys, you got work to do, sir. So what I need you to do is to understand I didn't put you on this earth for you to be microwavable. No. I put you on this earth for longevity. There is somebody down this road, around the corner, up that hill that needs to see you, needs to feel you, and needs to understand you. Because in order for them to get to where they need to be, my ambassador, my individual that I put on this earth was you. I can't even stand up for myself. How I'm gonna stand up for somebody else? You ain't gotta stand up. You just gotta live. You just gotta live and be your authentic self. Now I'm gonna tell you one last time. You get up out this bed and you make those moves. And don't you worry about how long it's gonna take. Y'all, I was having a whole conversation while I'm laying in the bed with tubes running out of me. I'm having seizures. I don't know if I'm living. My mama is crying. My grandma is going because they think I'm on my way out this world. And y'all, to think that that I wouldn't even say this to you all years ago. It wouldn't have been on my platforms. I realized that I belong here in whatever capacity that I show up in. That's it, y'all. That's it. I belong here. Today, tomorrow, next week, next year, next millennia, however long I have on this earth, I belong here. However long I have to have these experiences, I belong here. For however long my spirit is going to go forward, right? To be fruitful and multiply, I belong here. Now, y'all, I didn't come on here this morning to break it down like that, but y'all know I am about let the spirit move you. And my spirit told me that somebody this morning needed to hear that you belong here. You belong here. So I want to do this, y'all, before I get out of here. I want to do this. I'm gonna move my chair over just a little bit. Let me see if I can move it over. Hey, Kath, good morning. Let me move my chair over just a little bit. Yeah, and let a microphone go. There you go. So, y'all, here's the thing. Ooh. So this morning, I want to do a poem that I've done for some time, and it's called I Belong Here. I wrote this poem because I didn't truly understand that I belonged here. And so this morning, before I get out of here this morning, I want to do this poem for you all and let you all know that I belong here. It kind of encompasses everything that I've been through so far. And I normally every couple of years, I may change it according to my experiences that I have. But this is what I want to do. Hold on. Let me take a sip first. Oh, oh, that's good. Hey, Kat. Kat said, wish I was here earlier, but I'm glad to catch this. Indeed. Well, thank you for being here. Thank y'all for being here. Before I do the poem, y'all, TikTok, y'all tippity tap the middle of that screen. Let me know that y'all are in. Let me know that you're there. I got a goal of some roses over there. If you want to go over, I'm going to go to the commercial in just a minute. But YouTube and Facebook and Insta, Podbean, all of you all over here. Hold on, y'all. I'm just making sure. All of you this morning, if you would go ahead and show me some thumbs up, like, follow, share. I am Titan Capri on all social media. Yes, and that's what we do. Okay, good morning. Good morning. All right, y'all. So this is my poem here. It's called I Belong Here. Hold on. Whew. Kat said, Blue Sky. I don't know what Blue Sky is. Is that an app? If it's an app, do I need to be on it? I don't know. I don't know. All right. So here's how it goes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, Titan Capri. I belong here. I've been told 1,000,000 times to go back to where I came from. I've been told too many days that it was not for me that he gave his only begotten son. Life, love, spirit, and salvation, I'm not supposed to have none because I'm positive my life should be done. Far too many years, I believe that to be true. I believe that those men had my best interest in what I was supposed to do. When the pastor and the deacons told me I would never see God, that I was different, you know that baby is special. He's soft. He could never be hard. I was 11 years old and 3 men were pointing at me. I thought I was like everyone else. until they crush my spirit in the name of God. Have your moment. Shed some tears. I want you to shake that ish off and shift those gears. Why? Because I belong here. Now back to this piece that I have composed. I am speaking in rhymes, but I'm talking to those who will call me everything but my name and damn me for answering. I was so ashamed. Nobody cared for my mental or my spiritual. What they were all worried about was my physical. It was my fault. Hold on. It was my fault those men were lurking on the corners and at the stores. The same manly men that sought out women but wanted to follow me behind closed doors. So this pastor, preacher, these men I'm supposed to follow when they're running around here with souls that are hollow. Y'all don't hear me today, but you might tomorrow. But to them, you gave life. And to me, you gave sorrow. Have your moment. Shed some tears. Shake that ish off and shift those gears. Why? Because I belong here. Today, I stand before you, a black gay man who's thriving, 20 years with HIV. Those ninjas had me believing that I could never be, that God had punished me with those 3 letters. However, my village, my tribe, it does get better. I was diagnosed with AIDS and I closed my eyes because I was praying for death, remembering all those manly secrets that I kept, remembering that God don't make mistakes. And this life was not given to you for you to fake. I want you to stand up because you have come too far. I don't know who this is for today, but baby, you're a star. Have your moment. Shed some tears. Shake that ish off and shift those gears. Why? Because I belong here. And I want to say it one more time before I get out of here, and we're going to go to commercial real quick. But I want to say it, and I want you to say it like you mean it. Say it to yourself. Say it out loud. Have your moment. You're going to have these moments, and you have them, but you be who you are. You understand that right where you are in this moment, I love me. You're going to shed some tears because things are going to happen in this world. Things are going to go on that you cannot control out there. But in here, right? But then I want you to shake it off. You know, shake those shoulders, shake your shimmy, shake those tatas, whatever it is you want to do, shake it off. And then I want you to shift those gears, right? I want you to shift those gears. I want you to come out of 2nd and go into 5th. Why? 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 Hold on. Titan asked you why. Because I belong here. Because I belong here. You belong here. Thank y'all so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes, yes. I'm going to do my own clapping. Hold on. I'm going to do my own clapping. Hold on. Yes. Yes. This is my clapping. Yeah, this is my clapping. Yes. I belong here, y'all. I wrote that because I really didn't understand how people will put things on you and how people will make you feel that you are less than, how people will tell you that you don't belong here. That's what they will do. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you all so much for coming on. Thank you all for doing what you have been doing for me, showing up and showing out and doing what you do. I appreciate you so much for doing that. I think a lot of times what we don't do, we don't acknowledge who we are in this, and we don't acknowledge that we are God's children, and things will happen. Things will happen, but that doesn't mean that you are not worthy. That doesn't mean that you cannot be who you are. Y'all with me? That doesn't mean that. That doesn't mean that. Thank you all so much. Okay, y'all, hold on. I got some commercials. I got to pay a couple of bills, and I'm going to come back and check the comments. I see a lot of comments going here, and then we're going to be out of here, y'all. Thank y'all so much.
Please join host Titan Capri for Titan in the Morning on Bulletin Flight Radio. Your story, our station. My name is Titan Capri, and I would love to introduce you to the Titan Capri Experience merch. Have you been over to my shop to see all the wonderful items that I have for you? Let me tell you, I have the Titan in the Morning mugs, socks, tote bags, candles, and t-shirts. I even have a Titan Capri Experience insulated 40-ounce travel mug. Yes, I did say 40 ounces. So hop on over and check out all the goodies that I have for you. Also, if clicking the link is not for you, you can scan the QR code and it will take you to my TikTok shop where you can do all the shopping that you would love to do. Go on over and check me out. For the link, the QR code, but either way, it will take you to the destination, which is my Titan Capri Experience shop. See you there.
Wait a minute. All right, y'all. We back. All right. So, y'all, this morning, my topic was I belong here. And I want to go to a couple of comments before I get out of here this morning. Again, I want to thank you all for being here. I want to thank you all for doing what you do, showing up and showing out. I'm going to get this microphone out of my face so that I can kind of focus on what y'all got going on over here. Y'all with me this morning? Okay. Let's see. Chatty said, hold on, let me go back, right? Pause Impact said that part. Wait, hold on. Okay, so Vale said we need to build safe spaces to accommodate people, welcome them, see them, recognize them, and give flowers to those who contribute. Customer service at clinics need to treat people as human beings. Baby, Vale gonna always give you the ish, okay? And that is so true, y'all. Like we are on this earth, we're in this world, we're in these spaces and places where we are treated as numbers. We are treated as something other than human beings. And that's why I always want us to have an experience. That's the experience right there. Thank you so much for that, Vale. Chatty said, I've been through hell and high water, could have lost my life several times, but still here, giving birth to my oldest son, could have died, donating kidney, could have died, but I'm here. Indeed. And we give you those snaps and claps on that, Chatty, because here's the thing. People will say to you, oh, well, that's your life. That's the cards that you've been dealt. But the thing is that I'm still here. I belong here, right? So let me go forward and do what I need to do because I belong here. Pause Impact said that part. Okay. Chatty said, I want to thank you, Titan, for allowing me to be able to talk to you and just vent and being that shoulder to cry on in the inbox. Thank you. You're welcome, Chatty. You're welcome. Y'all can send me messages, inbox me, do whatever it is that you feel you need to do in that. I am here. I'm always willing to help. But thank you so much for letting me know that, Chatty, and I appreciate you so much. Evilio said, the hate and envy of family, community, local, state, federal institutions, don't let them take your light. The light will always provide. Indeed, it will. Indeed, it will. Know that your journey is not at a hard stop. Know that there are some bumps and bruises. There are some detours, but you keep moving. You keep moving. Okay. Chad has said exactly that part. A seed always blooms. Okay. Val said it's not enough to survive. Don't guilt me because I'm living longer. We are entitled to quality of life and human dignity. Y'all, I say all the time that I'm the H in HIV. I'm human because I've been told so many times that I am other than human, right? Human dignity. We all deserve an experience. We are all God's children in that aspect. Teddy said, how about that? Evilio said, gracias, corazon. I hope I said it correctly. Corazon. I like those R's, like the red. Gracias, corazon. Yes, indeed. If we have to look in the mirror and tell yourself that you belong here, for anyone to do. Oh, yes, indeed. Look, Chatty, I was reading that all broken up. I'm sorry. But yes, we can look in the mirror and we can tell ourselves. A lot of times I think when we look in the mirror, it becomes real. You know what I mean? And it's easy for me to say that I don't have this or I don't have that. It's easy for me to say, looking at somebody else, that they got it and I don't. You know what I mean? And so a lot of times what happens is we are not able to look in the mirror. I always say, mirror, mirror, mirror on the wall. Thought you said you had the answer to it all. The mirror does. You're the answer. You just got to like what's staring back at you. You just got to understand that you're not going to be like them. You're not going to be like them and they and he and E and G. You're not going to be like them. You're uniquely made. Thank you so much, Queen. Queen gave me some claps. Kat said, yes, you do. Yes, we do. Indeed. We, WLG said, it's not your fault. Indeed. Self-love makes the rest easier. Come on, Kat, that part. Okay, Kat said, beautiful. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's another social blue sky. Okay, I'm going to have to check it out, Kat. Okay, let's see here. Good morning. Son said, yes. Good morning. Hey, Key, good morning. Grand Rising, good morning. Okay. Okay, Kat, as Kate sees it, says, people will hate on you because you've had the courage to be different. Being different takes courage, and it does. And it does. All right, y'all, I'm going to get out of here this morning. Look, I came in, and y'all, I said, let the spirit move me in the way that it's going to move me, and that's what happened. You belong here. If you don't know anything else this morning, you belong here. Now, you may be up. You may be down, you may be sideways, and you may be down in the ditch and covered in mud. But let's not fake it. Let's not pretend that you don't belong here because you've had an experience that was not favorable. But then you've had experiences that are, right? Remember that you are God's child. Remember that you were not put here by mistake. Remember that you belong here. Peace and blessings to you. I love you all. I love you all. Let me tell y'all something. I love you right where you're at in this moment. You ain't got to ask for it, and you don't have to return it with a receipt. I love you right where you're at in this moment. We have a constant in this world, which is love, but we need more of self-love. Love yourself right where you're at in this moment, and everything else will fall into place. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for listening to me this morning and being here this morning, and I appreciate you. All right, y'all, before we get out of here, let me do this one last time. TikTok, y'all, tippity tap tap the middle of that screen. Let me know that y'all are in. YouTube, Facebook, Insta, Podbean. Y'all show me some thumbs up. Show me some love. Show me some hearts. Like, follow, share. I'm Titan Capri on all social media. Y'all come check me out. Peace and blessings to you all. I love you. I love you. I love you for all that you do for me, all that you do for yourself. And I love you for showing up and being just who you are, being just who God made you to be. Peace and blessings to y'all. Now, y'all know every Tuesday and Thursday, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time, y'all, what's going to happen going forward. On Thursdays, I will have guests on. But if you all have a topic, if you all have an idea, a thought, a process, y'all shoot it over to me. Shoot it over to my inbox, and then let's talk about it. Let's see what it's about, right? And then, look, if y'all just want to come over to my inbox and say hi, come over and say hi. If y'all want to come over and shoot your shot, I saw somebody tell me they're going to shoot their shot. You shoot your shot, go on into my inbox and let it be what it is. I'm single. I'm open. All of those things, right? So y'all, I want to say it one last time. You belong here. You are not a mistake, and you are worthy of all the love, the light, the experiences that you should have along this journey. Peace and blessings to you. Until next time, y'all be good.
Hey, we had a good time, didn't we? We would like to thank you for tuning in today and thank you in advance for tuning in the future. If you would like to contact me for any questions, comments, and or concerns about the show, the community that I serve, and the advocacy work that I'm doing, please scan the QR code above or send an email directly to titan.capri@gmail.com. Now, if that doesn't work for you, just put Titan Capri in any search engine or bar, and I am sure that you will find it. Until next time, y'all be great.